As people age, maintaining strong bones becomes increasingly important. After the age of 75, the risk of bone-related issues such as osteoporosis and fractures significantly rises. This is due to the natural decline in bone density that occurs with aging, making bones more fragile and susceptible to breaks. In fact, studies show that 1 in 3 adults over the age of 65 experiences a fall each year, often leading to serious injuries. Therefore, prioritizing bone health in later life is crucial for maintaining independence and quality of life. Dr. Hiromi Shinya, a renowned Japanese physician and gastroenterologist, has dedicated his career to understanding the connection between diet and overall health. With decades of experience and a focus on preventive medicine, Dr. Shinya emphasizes the role of nutrition in supporting the body's systems, including the skeletal system. His approach is rooted in the belief that a well-balanced diet can help mitigate the effects of aging, particularly when it comes to bone strength. He has gained recognition worldwide for his insights into how food impacts longevity and wellness. In his writings and teachings, Dr. Shinya highlights 5 key nutrients that are essential for bone health, especially for individuals over 75. These nutrients work together to support bone density, prevent deterioration, and reduce the risk of fractures. By incorporating these into their daily diet, older adults can take proactive steps to protect their bones and maintain their mobility. His philosophy centers on obtaining these nutrients from whole foods rather than relying solely on supplements. The 5 nutrients Dr. Shinya recommends are calcium, vitamin D, magnesium, vitamin K, and phosphorus. Each plays a unique role in bone formation and maintenance, and a deficiency in any one of them can compromise bone integrity. In the following sections, viewers will explore each of these nutrients in detail, understanding their importance and how to ensure adequate intake. Dr. Shinya's expertise provides a reliable foundation for this discussion. Before diving into the specifics, it's worth noting that while supplements can be helpful, Dr. Shinya advocates for obtaining these nutrients primarily from natural sources. This approach not only provides the necessary nutrients, but also ensures a balanced intake of other essential vitamins and minerals that support overall health. With this in mind, the script will guide viewers through the science and practical application of Dr. Shinya's recommendations. #####. Calcium is perhaps the most well-known nutrient for bone health, and for good reason. It is the primary mineral found in bones, making up about 99% of the skeletal structure. As people age, their bodies become less efficient at absorbing calcium, which can lead to a gradual loss of bone density. This makes it even more critical for individuals over 75 to ensure they are getting enough calcium in their diet. Dr. Shinya emphasizes that calcium is not just important for bone strength, but also for other bodily functions, such as muscle contraction and nerve transmission. However, when calcium intake is insufficient, the body will draw from the bones to maintain these functions, further weakening the skeletal system. Therefore, maintaining adequate calcium levels is essential to prevent this depletion. Food sources rich in calcium include dairy products like milk, cheese, and yogurt, but Dr. Shinya also recommends plant-based options. Small fish with edible bones, such as sardines and canned salmon, are excellent sources, as are leafy green vegetables like kale and broccoli. For those who may struggle to get enough calcium from food alone, supplements can be considered, but consulting a healthcare provider is advised. Dr. Shinya's specific recommendation is to consume a variety of calcium-rich foods throughout the day. He suggests incorporating at least 1 serving of dairy or a calcium-fortified alternative, along with vegetables and small fish, to meet daily needs. This diverse approach ensures that the body receives calcium in a form it can easily absorb and utilize. Scientific studies support the importance of calcium for bone health. Research has shown that adequate calcium intake can reduce the risk of fractures and slow the progression of osteoporosis in older adults. However, it's important to note that calcium alone is not enough. It must be paired with other nutrients, particularly vitamin D, to be effective. One potential risk of inadequate calcium intake is the development of osteoporosis, a condition characterized by weak and brittle bones. Symptoms may not be apparent until a fracture occurs, making prevention through diet crucial. Dr. Shinya advises regular checkups and bone density tests for those over 75 to monitor bone health and adjust dietary habits as needed. #vitamin D. Vitamin D is often called the sunshine vitamin because the body produces it when the skin is exposed to sunlight. However, as people age, their skin becomes less efficient at synthesizing vitamin D, and many older adults spend less time outdoors. This makes dietary sources of vitamin D increasingly important for maintaining bone health after 75. The primary role of vitamin D is to enhance the absorption of calcium in the gut. Without sufficient vitamin D, the body cannot effectively use the calcium it consumes, leading to weakened bones. Additionally, vitamin D plays a role in muscle function, which is important for preventing falls and fractures in older adults. Dr. Shinya recommends getting vitamin D from both food and sunlight. Fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines are excellent sources, as are fortified foods such as milk, orange juice, and cereals. For those who may not get enough from these sources, supplements can be a helpful addition, especially during the winter months when sunlight is limited. In his teachings, Dr. Shinya suggests that older adults aim for at least 10 to 15 minutes of sun exposure on the face, arms, and legs several times a week. This can help boost vitamin D levels naturally. However, he also cautions against excessive sun exposure due to the risk of skin damage and advises using sunscreen after the initial exposure period. Studies have shown that vitamin D deficiency is common among older adults and is associated with an increased risk of fractures and osteoporosis. Supplementation has been found to improve bone density and reduce fall risk in this population. Dr. Shinya emphasizes the importance of regular blood tests to monitor vitamin D levels and adjust intake accordingly. A lack of vitamin D can lead to a condition called osteomalacia, which causes bone pain and muscle weakness. In severe cases, it can mimic the symptoms of osteoporosis, making it essential to maintain adequate levels. Dr. Shinya advises combining vitamin D with calcium for optimal bone health benefits. #magnesium. Magnesium is another critical mineral for bone health, though it often receives less attention than calcium and vitamin D. It plays a key role in converting vitamin D into its active form, which is necessary for calcium absorption. Additionally, magnesium is involved in bone formation and helps regulate calcium levels in the body. Dr. Shinya highlights that many older adults do not get enough magnesium in their diets, which can compromise bone health. He recommends incorporating magnesium-rich foods such as whole grains, nuts, seeds, and leafy green vegetables. These foods not only provide magnesium but also offer other nutrients that support overall health. In particular, Dr. Shinya suggests including foods like almonds, spinach, and pumpkin seeds in daily meals. He also notes that magnesium can be found in certain types of fish and beans, making it accessible through a variety of dietary sources. Research has shown that magnesium deficiency is linked to lower bone density and an increased risk of fractures. Studies suggest that adequate magnesium intake can improve bone mineral density and reduce the risk of osteoporosis. In older adults, Dr. Shinya encourages individuals to be mindful of their magnesium intake as part of a comprehensive approach to bone health. One potential risk of low magnesium levels is the development of bone-related conditions such as osteoporosis and osteopenia. Symptoms of magnesium deficiency can include muscle cramps, fatigue, and irregular heartbeats, which may be mistaken for other age-related issues. Therefore, maintaining sufficient magnesium levels is crucial for both bone and overall health. Dr. Shinya also points out that while supplements can be beneficial, it's important not to exceed the recommended daily intake, as too much magnesium can lead to adverse effects. He advises consulting with a healthcare provider before starting any supplementation, especially for those with existing health conditions. #######Vitamin K. Vitamin K is essential for bone health because it helps regulate calcium deposition in the bones. It activates proteins that bind calcium to the bone matrix, strengthening the skeletal structure. Without adequate vitamin K, calcium may not be properly utilized, leading to weaker bones. Dr. Shinya emphasizes the importance of vitamin K in his dietary recommendations, particularly for older adults. He suggests consuming foods rich in vitamin K, such as leafy green vegetables like kale, spinach, and broccoli, as well as fermented foods like natto, a traditional Japanese dish made from soybeans. In his view, vitamin K is often overlooked but is just as crucial as calcium and vitamin D for maintaining bone density. He recommends incorporating at least one serving of vitamin K-rich foods into the daily diet to support bone health. Scientific studies support the role of vitamin K in bone health. Research has shown that higher vitamin K intake is associated with reduced risk of fractures and improved bone mineral density in older adults. Some studies also suggest that vitamin K may work synergistically with vitamin D to enhance calcium absorption. A deficiency in vitamin K can lead to impaired bone mineralization and an increased risk of fractures. While severe deficiency is rare, suboptimal levels are common, especially in older adults who may not consume enough green vegetables. Dr. Shinya advises increasing intake through diet rather than supplements, as food sources provide additional health benefits. It's also worth noting that certain medications, such as blood thinners, can interact with vitamin K, so individuals on such medications should consult their healthcare provider before making significant changes to their vitamin K intake. Dr. Shinya stresses the importance of personalized dietary advice in these cases. #####phosphorus. Phosphorus is the second most abundant mineral in the body after calcium and is a key component of bone structure. It works in tandem with calcium to form hydroxyapatite, the mineral complex that gives bones their strength and rigidity. Maintaining the right balance between calcium and phosphorus is crucial for bone health. Dr. Shinya points out that while phosphorus is widely available in many foods, it's important to consume it in appropriate amounts. Excessive phosphorus intake, often from processed foods and soft drinks, can disrupt the calcium-phosphorus balance, leading to bone loss. He recommends obtaining phosphorus from natural sources such as dairy products, meat, fish, poultry, eggs, and whole grains. These foods provide phosphorus along with other nutrients that support bone health. In his dietary guidelines, Dr. Shinya suggests that older adults focus on whole, unprocessed foods to ensure they get adequate phosphorus without overconsuming it. He advises against relying on supplements, as they can easily lead to excessive intake. Research indicates that both low and high levels of phosphorus can negatively affect bone health. Low phosphorus levels can weaken bones, while high levels can interfere with calcium absorption and lead to bone demineralization. Therefore, maintaining a balanced intake is essential. Dr. Shinya also notes that the body's ability to regulate phosphorus declines with age, making it even more important for older adults to monitor their intake. He encourages regular checkups to assess mineral levels and adjust the diet as needed. To support bone health after 75, it's essential to incorporate the 5 key nutrients: calcium, vitamin D, magnesium, vitamin K, and phosphorus into your daily diet. Dr. Hiromi Shinya emphasizes that a well-balanced, nutrient-rich diet is the best way to achieve this. By focusing on whole foods and minimizing processed options, older adults can ensure they are getting the necessary nutrients in the right proportions. One practical tip is to start the day with a nutrient-dense breakfast. For example, a bowl of oatmeal topped with almonds and fresh fruit provides magnesium, phosphorus, and some calcium. Pairing this with a glass of fortified orange juice can add vitamin D and additional calcium. Dr. Shinya also suggests including small fish like sardines in meals, as they are rich in both calcium and phosphorus. For lunch and dinner, incorporating a variety of vegetables is crucial. Leafy greens like kale and spinach are excellent sources of vitamin K and magnesium, while broccoli and carrots provide calcium and other essential minerals. Dr. Shinya recommends steaming or lightly cooking vegetables to preserve their nutrient content. Snacks can also be an opportunity to boost nutrient intake. A handful of nuts or seeds offers magnesium and healthy fats, while a piece of fruit provides vitamins and fiber. Dr. Shinya advises against sugary snacks and processed foods, as they can contribute to inflammation and disrupt nutrient balance. In addition to diet, lifestyle factors play a significant role in bone health. Regular weight-bearing exercise, such as walking or light strength training, can help maintain bone density and reduce the risk of falls. Dr. Shinya also stresses the importance of staying hydrated and getting adequate sleep, as these support overall health and nutrient absorption. With these strategies, older adults can protect their bones and enjoy a higher quality of life well into their later years.